We're going to put a tool in your hand this morning. It's actually an app. It's a FBC Purvis app. Now, let me just tell you what we're doing and why we're doing this, okay? I know that sometimes people think, well, it's a cool thing to have an app, or some churches have apps, and they've got a lot of bells and whistles and all those kind of little things on it and all that. And we're not trying to compete. We're not trying to have a better app than somebody else or anything like that, or to be showy or flashier than anyone else. What we want to do is just simply be able to communicate with you, and we want to be able to help you communicate God's love with other people. And we feel like that this was an opportunity to do that. And so all I know how to do is what Matt and the team has taught me how to do. And so I thought, you know what, it would be better for them to come and explain this than me, because I would probably create more questions than answers. Right, Matt? That's right. So y'all listen to Matt.
Okay, guys. So y'all bear with me a little bit here. I'm winging it. I've done it once today, though, so I'm doing better than I was this morning. First thing I want to do is kind of walk you guys through the download process of getting the app. So for those of you that have an Apple, like an iPad or an iPhone, it's in the App Store. That's where you'll need to go. Anybody that's got an Android, Samsung, any of those kinds of Android devices, it's in the Google Play Store. That's where you want to go. So App Store, if you look on my screen, it's the third row. It's a blue one with a red dot there. And so what you want to do is search for FBC space Purvis. Download the app. Once you've got it downloaded, the first thing it's going to ask you is notifications. It's going to say, do you want to allow this app to show you notifications? Yes. I say yes. Some people don't want any kind of notifications on their phone, though. So if you don't want to get notifications from the church, you can say don't allow. But for a lot of the demonstration I'm doing here, you're going to want it. So anyway, first thing, if you look at the little icons down at the bottom, you've got 5 icons. You've got Home, Media, Events, Bible, and more. On the home page, which is the one you're seeing here with the logo, the very first thing is a Sunday school survey. So the reason we've got that on there is we've been having some discussions amongst Sunday school teachers, trying to come up with ideas about how we can improve Sunday school here at First Baptist. So we're trying to say, well, what's causing people not to come to Sunday school? The people that do come to Sunday school, what do they like about it? What do they dislike about it? So I really like to stress for everybody that downloads the app, or if you don't, you can still get to the survey. I can get it to you. But please go ahead and take the survey. It's only 6 questions. Most of them are multiple choice. Some of them are fill in the blank, but they're basically like, what if you could change one thing about Sunday school, what would you change? One word answer, whatever you need. So I'll try to remind you guys of that when we get done. But please go ahead and take the survey if you can. The second thing on there is a worship guide. So I'll go ahead and click on that. There's several worship guides on here from the past. We've been using this as a test for the last probably month and a half, 2 months. We kind of used the deacon body as a test group. It was as funny as that sounds. But they all downloaded it with exceptions of 1 or 2, and we got everybody going. It's been working great. So if you click on today's date under worship guide, there's another little button that says worship guide in there. You can follow along with me if you want. So that is today's worship guide. If you have one in your hand, so you can even zoom in on these for those that need the help. And you can notice that says that today I'm supposed to be working the welcome desk, but that's not going to happen. So thankfully we thought of that early enough, and we got somebody to fill in for me because I'm out here. But that's part of the reason why this is a great tool. I can do this from home. I can pull up the worship guide, and I can see what we're having for supper. Chili dogs. That must be Bill. Is that you did that? Yeah? Yeah. So they've been cooking for asking the staff members what they want to cook for the summertime. So, of course, chili dogs. I don't know who picked pork chops, but, man, those were really good. Anyway, so that's the worship guide. So if we go back out to the front, the other thing on there, the third thing is Facebook Live. So if you already have Facebook, you don't have to use this. This is kind of for the people that don't already know that we have Facebook Live. You can click on that link. It'll take you to our page. You'll have to log into Facebook to get to it. But at 10:30 on Sundays, like we're doing right now, we're streaming to Facebook, and you can view the entire worship service from Facebook. The fourth thing is online giving. I'll click on that so you can see it. We've got this also already on our webpage, but it actually runs through this app. Our First Baptist Church app is where the online giving goes through. So as we've talked about this a lot, but you can set up automatic giving through this if you want. You can use it just if you forgot, however you need to use it. Fifth thing, is the YouTube page. So Todd, who's up in the sound booth today, is the one that really does most of the work on the recordings and uploading our videos. And so what he does, he puts all of our videos on YouTube so that you can link to them, get to them from anywhere, but he's also linking them to this app. So the second icon at the bottom, across the bottom that says Media, if you click on that, let that catch up. There's 3 sections here, and it'll grow over time. But right now we've got sermons, so you can click on that, and you can actually click on the sermon there and play the sermon straight from your device. And we can actually watch a sermon from, a couple weeks ago. We've got the sound turned off, but we won't watch any of that right now because we'll have plenty of that in a minute. The second thing on here is the Revelation study. So Todd's been coming in here and recording the Wednesday night Revelation study with Bill. So if you look at that, there's 21 parts, and how far along are you? Like an eighth? Yeah. So still got a long ways to go. But it's a great study. If you don't get to come on Wednesday nights and you haven't been able to follow along, this is a great tool to catch up. Last thing on here is the words of encouragement. Once a week or so, Bill and Todd get together and put a words of encouragement video on Facebook. Kind of whatever God puts on Bill's mind. It's a quick 2-minute video that's just an encouragement to you guys to kind of help you as you go throughout your daily lives. So, other thing, kind of important. One of the things I'm most excited about this, I did the same thing last time, Bill. I skipped our story. So, this one is called Our Story. So, what we're going to do here, if we get involvement from the church, is our story will actually be the church's testimony. Each member's testimony that wants to share will have an opportunity to write out a testimony or take a video, however you want to do it, and put it on the app for anybody to view as an encouragement. If you click on it now, it says, Who's Your One? That's actually Johnny Klemps and Larry's video that was shown here in church probably a month and a half, 2 months ago. So it's right now we don't have anybody that's done it yet, but if you guys want to give your testimony, you want to put it on there as an encouragement, just let us know. But what I was about to say, if you go to the little button up at the top left, that'll bring you to kind of a menu, and then click on Settings, and then inside Settings there's a Notifications section. It might be a little hard to read, but what we've done is there's several notifications that you can turn on. Automatically, when you download it, if you allow notifications, like I said earlier, General will be turned on for you. If we have a situation where, like today, we were kind of concerned about the weather, if we decide to cancel service and we want to let everybody know, this is going to be one of the ways we do that. We can send out a notification and say, hey, we've canceled church due to Hurricane Barry, or Tropical Storm Barry, really. And so you guys will get that automatically as long as you have this turned on. If you don't, you're not going to get it. So if you notice, there's deacons, children, nursery and preschool, choir, youth, senior adult, Sunday school teachers, and orchestra. So what you guys need to do is look at those notification groups and decide where it applies to you. So if you've got children in our children's ministry and you want to be able to know when there's a meeting that's coming up or any kind of notification that Mandy might send out about that, turn that one on. If you're a deacon, I've already probably told you to turn it on, but deacons will get notifications from us through that avenue. Nursery, Riley's already been up to speed on it. She's going to be sending out monthly nursery worker schedules, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be a very good tool for us to get information out to everybody. So there's several other areas: senior adults, Sunday school teachers. If we have Sunday school teachers meetings, choir. So go ahead and pick which ones of those areas apply to you, and make sure you got it turned on, because we'll start using it very soon. All right, just a couple more things. There's an events tab down at the bottom. Right now it's only got 2 things on it, but as we continue to go throughout the year, there'll be steady things be added to it. So Molly's really the one that's been driving the events calendar, and she's done a great job. So if you look at that, that's the Fuel Up for Summer Fun, so the summer feeding program that Miss Rhonda's been running. It's got all the details here in that with phone numbers, and so as we go on, there'll be a lot more to that. The Bible. So for those of you that already have iPhones, you probably have already downloaded a Bible, but this one is basically the same thing, but it's got a reading plan built into it. And then, so if up at the top it says reading plan, if you click on Bible on the right, then you can see all of the different books of the Bible. You can set up a reading plan so you can read through the entire Bible in a year. It's pretty cool. It puts all of these things all in one place that we can come to look and find content, videos, whatever we need. Last one is the More tab. All it really is kind of a quick link section that's got our website, our Facebook page, our YouTube page, and then there's a little button on there that says View Map that actually pulls up a GPS location on a map. For somebody that doesn't go to this church, they might want to have directions to come here, so it's pretty handy.